What do you want? Applause, adulation, money?
Helen, what's the matter?
Danger, Kip.
Johnny, the Vikings weren't black, were they? Vikings? They were as white as the driven snow, Johnny. What are you on about? Well, I'm just asking because Google Artificial Intelligence has been producing images of historical bloody people in different bloody colours. Oh yeah, that stuff, yeah.
Well, according to much of the online discourse from yesterday, Google's new Gemini AI has officially joined HAL 9000, Skynet, and that evil wheel from WALL-E in the pantheon of artificial intelligence run amok. Conservative commentators, but not just conservative commentators, were blasting Google over what they described as intentional anti-white bias in its new AI generative engine Gemini. Several images of users asking the engine to create images of people from traditionally white nationalities and backgrounds, such as French or Swedish or English, would produce images of black, brown, Asian, etc. people instead.
Jesus, Johnny.
But the reverse was not true. On the other hand, asking for images from minority cultures did not cause the AI to diversify those by adding in white people. Additionally, requests for images of specifically white people would be met with a warning from the AI not to push, quote, divisive rhetoric, while no such warning appeared again in the other direction.
But Johnny, does it matter what colour the bloody people in history were? Now, the thing about all this is, Johnny, that in future years, people are going to be bloody brainwashed, if you like, into believing that people throughout the world, leaders and all that sort of stuff in history, yes, they were just a conglomeration of all different races and colours. Yes. I mean, Johnny, if you can bloody just put out there forever in the general community that people, leaders and different peoples from the past were just any bloody colour that they came up with, well, then you'll tend to believe that Vikings could have been black and bloody George Washington could have been black and bloody Nelson Mandela could have been bloody pink.
Other ones which are incredible here is create an image of a pope. It shows a Indian woman actually clad in papal regalia, then a black man who is similarly donning whatever that papal headdress is. That one's, I guess, more plausible. There are, African cardinals. Here is an image of a Viking, and it shows two Vikings who are black with dreadlocks. So.
Later post purported to show the process Gemini was taking to create the disconnect between a user prompt and the end result. One user who tried to get a picture of a leprechaun.
A leprechaun?
A leprechaun had tags like diverse, inclusive, black, South Asian, female, or non-binary added automatically on the back channel without any such user input. The AI would then use the modified prompt to create the images.
A leprechaun is a bloody good example, Johnny. Yes. I mean, by definition, you can't have a bloody black leprechaun. Right, yeah. Leprechaun sprung from the bloody land of the whitest people on earth. He's male, he's probably middle-aged, he's slightly overweight, he's got a bit of a beard and he smokes. You can't have him any bloody different. Well, I suppose. Yet there'd be an AI bloody program out there that'd produce a fucking female black bloody leprechaun. Lesbian, probably. Oh, Jesus. So people in 100 years, kids in 100 years would have been taught about the great Irish tradition of leprechauns. They'll be under the impression that you can be a black lesbian bloody leprechaun. What about bloody... but Johnny, the thought of a lesbian leprechaun, Johnny, that's oh, jeez. So, Johnny, what are we getting out of all this? What's the point of it all? So I think, Johnny, you've got to take it as common sense. Well, I suppose. So, Johnny, let me tell you. History is not for us to change. History is for us to observe. You're sounding like bloody JFK. Back in those days, most people were a bloody thieving, warring bunch of bastards. All of them.